All right. Hi, everyone. I am Tammy Oshesky. I'm so excited to have you guys here today. We are going to actually share a little presentation, and I hope that this is life-giving for you. I hope that this is something that you need to hear and that it just fills up your cup. And forgive me if I keep clicking the buttons. It's because Zoom just changed today, and there are a lot of new settings that are so fun.
Hey there, welcome. I'm Dr. I'm a chiropractor in Texas, and my wife, Dr. Cindy, and I have been members of Young Living for almost 20 years, and we've been brand.
Remember, we're giving the internet and this video grace. It is doing the best it can do.
Partners with Young Living for about 13 years. Now, your mind at rest right off hard sell. You're not going to get asked, so you can totally information about the distribution, about the products, and about the ways that we recommend that you connect to other people about the products and the opportunity. And at the end of this video, if you want another conversation with the person that invited you, we totally encourage you to do that. So relax. You're not going to get hard sold on this video, we promise. Now, if you're on this call, you're probably one of three people. Number one, you're brand new to anything Young Living. You're brand new to natural health care. You don't know anything about network marketing and relationship marketing and how it works. And you're curious and you're looking for either a solution to a health problem, you're looking for extra income to be able to supplement what your family's going through, or a community to do life with and to do both of those things. That's one person. The other person is the person that's tried a couple of different network marketing companies. You have a really had a bad experience with a couple of groups. You know you want to use the products, but the actual name MLM scares you and you get really upset. I totally get it. I totally understand. All of us that we're teaching on this call understand, and we want to help walk you through that. You're welcome here. It's a safe place, I promise. The third person, you may be a brand new brand partner to Young Living, and you just don't know where to start. You're like, there are so many products within the company, and believe me, all of them are amazing, but not all of them are for every person, and you want to understand and learn how to do it. That's why you're here. That's why we want to help you. Now, network marketing is not a job. It's not something that you go, lock yourself in for with no way out and with no way to adjust to it. It's a distribution model and a way for a company to cut out the middleman of marketing and go straight to people like you and me to recommend their products. Like I said, Cindy and I have been chiropractors for 23 years, and about 10 years into that journey, we knew that we wanted to include more nutrition into our practice, but we wanted to do it in a way that allowed us more freedom, more flexibility, and zero limits into how we built that company. And that's where network marketing came in for us. And the way that network marketing works as a distribution model is an amazing opportunity to be able to connect with more people, connect to a product you like, and again, like I said, have zero limits on what you can do, build, or make while you're working with a product that you already love. All right. And Young Living is an amazing opportunity to be able to do that. Now, again, in your situation and what you're looking at and what you're listening to on this call, I want you to sit back and I want you to go, hey, you know what? I don't need to make any decisions right now. I know that a lot of people have been really successful at that, and the people that invited me into, I trust. Inviting me onto this call, I trust. We want you to just listen to the things that are talked about by different leaders and different presenters and see which thing resonates with you. Is this something that can really work for you? Network marketing's been around over 50 years. It's tried and true. Have there been other companies that did it wrong? Sure. You know what? But it is literally a model to get products into the hands of people that really need it. All right. We've seen amazing success with this. Our family is grateful for not only the products in Young Living and the way that we were able to build a team and to build relationships, but for the people that we've been able to really connect to. That's the thing that has changed our life more than anything, through changes in our office, from me shattering a leg and needing to retire from practice. It was this model and it was this community and it was this company that allowed us to do that, allowed us to keep walking when we didn't think that we were going to be able to, and move to the next season and the next phase of our life as we raised our kids. So welcome to the call. I know you're going to learn a lot of things. I know that you are going to have your eyes open to several different things that you might not have known. Just ask you to have an open mind right now, knowing that you're not going to get hard sold and that the people that invited you here care about you, want to give you amazing information about an opportunity that could change your life. I'm glad you're here.
Okay, so at the beginning of this call, so we do this call twice a month, right? The first and third Thursday of the month, we come on and we share the same presentation, and I will go back to sharing it. But we always have a host come on and tell their story. And I get to be your host today. I'm so excited to share my story with you. It's one that almost always makes me cry, so I'm going to do my best not to do that. But here we are. So if you don't know my journey with our products, I'll tell you that story really fast. And I can tell this story this fast because I've been through a lot of therapy. Okay. Because sometimes people are like, wow, how did she say that like so fast? And I'm just like, I've therapied this one away. So my mom was my absolute best friend, and I would actually take her to concerts when I was in high school because we just hung out all the time. And she had epilepsy her whole entire life. I actually remember that she would have her medicine, and when she took it, she'd flip it over, and that's how she knew she took her medicine. That's also how we knew that she took her medicine the day that she died. So she had epilepsy her whole life, and she ended up getting carpal tunnel, and she needed surgery for that. And that surgery put so much stress on the body that she got shingles. And the doctor, the same doctor who prescribed her Levaquin, that she flipped over every day that she took it, also prescribed her a super antibiotic called Dilantin. Sorry, was her seizure medicine. Levaquin was her super antibiotic. The super antibiotic is one of the side effects with seizures. So by the time she took it, within 6 hours, she was put into a massive seizure and died. At the age of 53, I lost my best friend. Okay, sorry, I got the names of the medicines switched up, but it is what it is. That story is what got us looking into natural products. Okay, from that moment on, I had some trust issues with pharmacies, just so you know, pharmaceuticals. I think you would too, right? We tried to sue CVS and sue the doctor, but it's never their fault because she had seizures her whole entire life, and any one of them could have taken her life. So it is what it is. But honestly, when it comes to income and when it comes to network marketing and why I said yes to Young Living and why I'm so passionate about it, it is actually the heart of my mom. It is the trauma that I watched my mom walk out her whole entire life. I don't remember my mom ever being in a happy relationship. I remember my mom being in massively abusive relationships. I remember walking into her house one day and she was in the bathtub gushing blood, and we were hoping that the ambulance came in enough time to be able to take her to the hospital to save her life. I remember my mom having knives thrown at her and me, and I was blocking her to stop the knife from hitting her, because that's what a 10-year-old does whenever they're watching their mom repeatedly be abused. And I would always ask her, I don't understand. Why will you not leave? And every time it was money. It was always money. And it was always money because of her kids. Tammy, if I don't stay here, I don't have a car. I can't come get you from your dad's house. Tammy, if I don't stay here, I don't have a house, and CPS will take you off of me. Take you away from me. Tammy, if I don't stay here, you will not have food, because money was the thing that had her in bondage, right? When I think of money as the root of evil, that's what I think about, is that people are stuck. People are in abusive relationships that they don't deserve to be in because they're like, I cannot leave this. Okay. And I want you to understand that is the root of why when people see me so passionately trying to help every single woman be able to earn enough income, I want you to understand that this goes way deeper than a paycheck for me. This goes to freedom. This goes to captivity. This goes to how can I help you so that you or 10 people from you never have to live their life like my mom lived her life. Like I had to live my life watching her and saying, why won't you just leave? Right. But it's the decision of that actually threw me into the passion that I have today to help people earn income. Right. Because I ended up being a single mom, and I knew that if I didn't go to work and I didn't be a waitress and I didn't leave my son, that I was not earning income. Right. I knew that I never wanted to rely on someone else for income. I wanted to make sure that I always made my own. But I also knew that I clearly had to feed my son. I had to feed my child. So I had to go to work. But here's the thing about a 9 to 5 or waitressing, or I owned my own cleaning company, or anything that I did. I exchanged time for money all the time. I went to work. I made money. I didn't go to work. I did not make money. Aiden was sick. He's my oldest son. I had to stay home. No money. Right? We exchange time for money. We exchange time for our freedom. We exchange time for our goals and our aspirations. And we will continue to exchange that time for that money until we see a different way. And my prayer for you on this call is to see a different way, to understand what leverage income is. Because at the end of the day, what I do in my business is I have an e-commerce, right? Meaning that I have affiliate marketing with a company that I love their products, and it ships from the warehouse, and their scientists, they figure out all the science stuff, and their labeling department makes it pretty, and I don't do that. I share my affiliate, ships directly to the person who ordered it. That is one part of my business. But the other part of my business that I'm passionate about is leverage income, is scalability, is actually creating a sales force that comes with me. To me, my heart, it's not about the dollars that I'm bringing these people. It's the lives and the women that impact, that I am giving them the freedom to make a choice. If they need safety, they can have it now. If they want to quit their job and pursue a goal of, I don't know, I have someone on this call. Her goal is to be a dance teacher, to spend more time with her daughters so that she doesn't have to go to her 9 to 5, 5 days a week, be stressed out, take the kids to school, pick them up. She's exhausted. She's dealing with people who are driving her crazy. That is me understanding that that is still a bondage and a captivity. We think that this 9 to 5 is something that is like, oh my gosh, this is my only option. This is the only way I earn income. And I'm going to be stuck there for like 40 something years. And I hope that I have saved enough in retirement that I can move out of that. And I can retire when my kids are super old and I've missed all of their younger years, and I've been stressed out in this job, but I'm going to come out of it and everything's going to be great. Right? I know that what I do is I build this scalable leverage income by helping other people to reach their goals, to see that they have options, to see that there's other opportunities out there that they can do in part-time hours. And that is when I found Young Living, and I found the passion, right, that I have. I love our products. I genuinely think we have the best products on the market, right? Our science team is incredible. But at the same time, one of our best products is that I'm a hope dealer. I give you hope. You guys are going to hear from Brenda Schuler at the end of this call. And she said that to me today. And I went, oh my gosh, Brenda, we're hope dealers. That's all we are, is people want hope. They want something different. They are like, I am tired of going to work and exchanging time for money. And at the end of the week, I still don't have enough money, and I definitely don't have enough time. So in the part-time hours, if you can figure out how to do this kind of business, this leverage income, where you're leveraging your circle of influence and you're leveraging everybody else's circle of influence that you know in an easy, systematic way, and you're able to go, hey, I'm able to take like a week off and my income didn't drop like over here would, right? Where I'm going to a 9 to 5. If I don't show up for work for a week, I mean, I get some vacation days, but when those run out, what do I do? So over here, I do get to take time off, and my income actually is growing. Why? Because I use a system that I plug my people into. and they use it, and then they hand it to the next person. And I want you to think about franchising. This is kind of what that looks like, right? How do you think Chick-fil-A is everywhere? You think the top of Chick-fil-A isn't cashing in like crazy? Because they created a blueprint and they said, we're going to leverage this. We're not just going to keep it in a small town. We're going to leverage it, and we're going to give that blueprint of how to exactly do this and how to share these products and have the best drive-through and the best ice ever, right? And we're going to show other people how they can have that too. And we're going to sell that as a franchise, and those franchise people, they get to have that as their freedom and as their goal for income. That's what they did. That's what a franchise is. That's very similar to what we do, right? Okay. So I hope that for the next, it's like 27 minutes, I'm going to share this presentation. You are going to give me grace on how it plays. Close your eyes if the mouth does not align with the sound, okay? We have worked all day. I have new internet. I have a new computer. We have done everything. We've had other people look into it. We actually think it might be a Zoom problem at this point. We've been on with Zoom for the last 2 hours, and it is what it is. But I'm going to play these videos, and I hope and I pray that they encourage you, that you can see that you can be and choose more, that you don't have to settle for a 9-to-5, that you can have leverage income, that you can go out and live your passion. Your passion is to be a dance teacher. I want you to do that. I know that I need to give you an avenue. You need an avenue, right? You're like, I want it, but how do I get there? I work this 9-to-5. We're paying the bills. We have a little bit of money. We take vacation. But how do I even retire? How could I do that? You're crazy talking. I'm not. And you're about to see some really powerful testimonies of people who might have also thought that somebody saying something like that to them was crazy talk as well. But they said, no, I'm going to give this a go. And I hope that this really fills up your cup today.
My name is Mary Starr Carter, and I've been a brand partner with Young Living for 27 years. So why choose Young Living? Because this is a legacy company built to last. Young Living is a US-based, privately owned, debt-free company that's been serving individuals and families around the world for over 32 years. This isn't driven by shareholders. There's no private equity behind the scenes. We're driven by our mission of wellness, purpose, and abundance. This isn't a trend company that shows up for a few years and disappears. We're not a startup trying to figure it out. We're a generational brand built on standards and legacy. First, wellness. We teach individuals and families how to reduce toxins, support their bodies naturally, and create healthier homes. Our products are made with the highest standards and are known for their quality and effectiveness. Second, purpose. This is about impact. Being a brand partner means you're helping people live better, feel better, and your work has meaning. It changes lives. To live out that purpose, Young Living created the Young Living Foundation, our nonprofit arm. It puts our purpose into action by giving 100% of donations straight to the cause. You'll hear more about that later. And third, abundance. This isn't about making money. It's about creating room to breathe. More time, more peace, more freedom. The ability to give more, to make more, to live on purpose. Young Living Brand Partnership is where wellness leads to purpose and purpose leads to abundance. That's why I chose to partner here for 27 years, and I hope you will consider it too.
This is our founder, D. Gary Young. If you want to be on fire, then associate with people on fire. Let me know in the chat if you are getting on fire, because I am.
Hi, my name is Danette Goodyear, and I've been with Young Living for 23 years now. And I love that we have hundreds of effective plant-based products. That's incredible for our customers and the options that they have to support their family's wellness. But what really makes Young Living different isn't just the number of products, it's the ecosystem behind them. And it all starts with our commitment to consistent quality through Seed to Seal. Seed to Seal means 3 things. First, we source carefully. From corporate-owned and partner farms around the world, Young Living controls what is and what is not in the soil, and we choose the right plant varieties. Second, we test thoroughly. Young Living performs 15 distinct tests throughout the harvesting process, adding up to roughly 90 test runs per batch before release, therefore verifying purity and potency. And third, we seal securely. Every oil is bottled and packaged to protect its quality from the farm to your home. This investment in science matters because essential oils are highly concentrated plant compounds that can vary from harvest to harvest. Young Living's testing, harvesting practices, and precise formulation help ensure consistency. So each batch performs the same way and you get consistent results. But when it comes to building a business, we keep things simple. We focus on 2 hero products because when people clearly understand what they're sharing, they actually share it. Ningxia Red has been a customer favorite for more than 20 years and was the first essential oil infused juice of its kind. What's exciting is that now we have a US clinical study helping explain why people often say they feel such a difference when they drink it daily. Instead of getting technical with all the details, here's what matters. Daily ingesting of Ningxia Red supported improvements in areas like energy, stress, sleep, immune support, and overall well-being. This isn't just a juice. It contains the whole wolfberry fruit, meaning the natural fiber and nutrients are preserved, in addition to essential oils like yuzu and complementary botanicals designed for absorption. That's where Young Living's formulation science stands out. It's simple daily support that people enjoy and then stick with. Right now, metabolic health is one of the fastest growing conversations in wellness. Millions of people are looking for ways to support their metabolism, energy, and overall balance in a sustainable way. Balance and Burn was designed to work with the body's system and to support gut health, balanced blood sugar, energy, metabolism, and regulation. Ingredients like phytosomal berberine are paired with citrus polyphenols because absorption matters. And that's the key difference with Young Living. It's not about a single trending ingredient. It's about how the whole system works together. So for more than 30 years, Young Living has continued innovating in plant-based wellness, staying ahead of the trends while remaining rooted in quality and formulation science. So when people ask where to start, we keep it simple. Ningxia Red for daily foundational support, Balance and Burn for metabolic balance, and together they give people a simple way to experience the power of the Young Living lifestyle.
Here are some testimonies. We have plenty of others. We're going to actually have people come on and give some live testimonies, but I love Carolyn's. I completed 5 consecutive resets from September 2023 through the January 2024. I shed 32 pounds and 44 inches. I'm 64 years old. I have much more energy and my skin is clear, sleep is better, and no more night sweats. I can actually run now. I love what the reset has done for my body. I don't know about you, but I love using a product that has multiple benefits. I love promoting a product that has multiple benefits. I'm kind of like a twofer queen. All right, Carol shared about Balance and Burn. So 1 month on this plant-based GLP-1, and she has 74% decrease in CRP, which is your inflammation markers, 10% decrease in cholesterol, 5% increase in albumin, you know what I'm saying, 35% increase in free T3. So she's noticing clear thinking, better focus, no food noise, no desire to snack, feel fuller, faster, still get hungry, food still tastes good, mood more calm and even. Okay, so love that it not only is helping, I see the middle one is me, but it says mood is calmer. I can definitely say that. No snacking. I feel more satisfied. And we will be sharing some live testimonies for you to hear real life people that are using these products, because we know that even if you are looking at the income opportunity, we want you to believe in the products that you are sharing, right? Because it is if you're not getting behind a good product, you're going to have a lot of friction there.
Hello, my name is Karen Douglas, and I've been with Young Living for 23 years. I began building my Young Living business when I was a homeschooling mother of 3 children, and my 4th would come a few years later. For many years, we believed what everybody believes, and that is a secure job provides for your family. It's the safest way, right? Well, my husband worked nearly 2 decades for a Fortune 500 company, and one day he came home and told me that he had been laid off. In that moment, the word secure suddenly didn't mean what we thought it did. We had already been using Young Living products for about 4 years. But after that day, we started looking at something we had never seen before. We'd never paid attention to it, the compensation plan. It was more than numbers on a page. It was an opportunity we had never seen before. We truly felt God showing us this would be our business. And I'm so grateful that we listened, because just 3 years later, life would change in a way I never expected. My 45-year-old husband suddenly passed away, leaving me a 43-year-old widow with 4 children, ages 3, 9, 13, and 16. In that moment, our life was shook. Moments after my husband passed away, my 9-year-old son looked up at me and says, "Mama, does this mean that you have to go out and get a job?" My heart sank. And I thought, are my children about to lose 2 parents in one day? Then the Lord reminded me of something. So I looked at my son and I asked him, I said, "Son, what is our business?" And through tears and a smile, he said, "Oh, Young Living." Young Living gave my family stability, community, support, and peace of mind. This business mattered because it filled a gap in our life when it was so uncertain. Because of that season in my life, understanding how the compensation plan works, it matters to me. So Young Living pays in 10 different ways. The big picture is simple. One example is something called the Fast Start bonus. When you help someone place their first order, you earn 25% of what they have purchased for the first 3 months. Each new customer starts their own 3-month earning window, and you don't have to purchase anything yourself. After those 3 months, income can continue as your customer base grows. Some income comes from sharing products. Some income comes from helping new people get started. And some income comes from building a team over time. So we can build short-term income, long-term income, or both, depending on how we choose to build our business. Through this business, I've been able to support multiple ministries, missionaries, as well as the D. Gary Young Foundation. And I've even been able to support dreams within my own family I once thought were totally out of reach. Income gave me options, but purpose, it gave me meaning. So the question I leave you with is this: who do you know that these products or this business can help?
So here's the average income potential in Young Living. I legally have to put this up there for you just so that you can see what is turned into our government and what we do project out in payments by the average. And the link that got you to this call actually has this on there as well if you click it. But yes, that is real income. No, that is not product credit. That is actual cash that gets deposited into your bank account. And you get to decide your income. So there is no income ceiling. You can continue earning beyond. You can go to Royal Crown Diamond. You could double Royal Crown Diamond. You can do whatever you want. There is no income ceiling. There is no top that they say, hey, you've earned enough money, you're done. This is up to you. It is up to your level of effort. For me, I know that my level of effort is a high one. So when I'm in the 9 to 5, right, and somebody was dictating what my raise was going to be, they were dictating that. In this kind of business, you dictate your raise by the effort that you put in to your business. That's all. Thank you for listening to this presentation. I hope that this was a blessing and it opened your eyes to What are the possibilities in your health naturally? How can we support your body properly? And I just wanted to end this with, if finances are something that are getting in the way of you pursuing your health goals, that doesn't have to be the blocker anymore. One of the best things about this company is that we actually get to take our testimony and our story or someone else's, and we get to share it with the world to give other people encouragement and inspiration that they too can support their health naturally. And when we do that, we get affiliate payouts. So we earn income every time that someone says yes to ordering from our affiliate account, which is set up for free through Young Living. Whether you order or not, you can earn income with Young Living by simply sharing these products. So please don't let income be the blocker here. Get with the person who invited you to this presentation and let them know, hey, I'm kind of interested in earning some income to either pay for my products, my groceries, my car bill, or my mortgage, whatever it is that you need to earn income for. Because we are in a time where income is definitely one of those things, with grocery bills going up and eating healthier being more expensive. And we want to make sure that we are supporting you to know that you don't have to say no, that by simply sharing, simply inviting, and the person who invited you to this call has all of the resources that you would ever need to be able to simply do that in an authentic way that fits you. So thank you for listening. I hope that this was a blessing, and know that you can absolutely fit this into your budget with the help of the person who invited you to this presentation. Okay, I'm actually going to share a different video with you. Just give me a second to find it. I love you all for giving me grace today as I learned the new Zoom buttons. Every time you click on Zoom now, you have to make sure you click on the sound, and it's super stressful. Hi, my name is Tammy Oshesky, and I'm a marketing and communications specialist. My goal is to build systems to allow myself and my clients the freedom to watch as many sunsets with their family as possible. For years, I've been hired privately by large teams inside of network marketing companies to build their onboarding and duplication systems. I've had the unique opportunity to see behind the scenes of different companies, what works, what doesn't, and where leaders burn out. And here's what I've noticed. A lot of companies promote the idea that you can work for a few years and retire, but behind the scenes, many of the top leaders are stressed out, exhausted, constantly running, just to maintain momentum. That didn't sit right with me. I believe success should feel sustainable. It should feel structured. It should allow you to enjoy your life and watch those sunsets, not just chase growth. That's what inspired me to create the Power of Five in Young Living, because I believe in this company and these products so deeply. I wanted to make sure we didn't just have a system, but one that people could follow easily and duplicate with clarity and confidence. You're not meant to figure this out alone. That's exactly why this system exists and why you're surrounded by a community walking this path with you. One of the biggest reasons people struggle in opportunities like this isn't because they aren't capable. It's because they don't have clarity on what to do each day to earn income. That's why we use a simple framework designed to give you focus and direction, whether you're working part-time or full-time. We call it the Power of Five. It's a daily focus system that shows you 5 clear actions to prioritize so you're not guessing, overthinking, or chasing everything all at once. The goal is progress, not overwhelm. But here's what makes this powerful. The system was created to give you freedom, not put you into a box. Freedom to grow in a way that actually fits you. If you love social media, there's a path for you. If you prefer in-home gatherings or vendor events,
There's structure for that. If you want to approach small businesses like gyms, chiropractors, coffee shops, juice bars, or wellness clinics, we have assets ready for that. If you feel called to partner with a 501c3, organizations like dog shelters, missionaries, youth sports teams, or nonprofits raising funds for trips or uniforms, we have step-by-step guide just for you. All of the assets already created: trifolds for businesses, vendor event guides, marketing tools, nonprofit partnership walkthroughs. Everything is organized inside of one app and website, so you're not starting from scratch. You're stepping in the structure. And because we live in a modern world, we've also integrated AI support just for you. If someone asks a product question, you don't have to freeze. If you're unsure how to respond to an objection, you don't have to guess. If you need help creating content or explaining something clearly, the tools are there. You don't need to memorize science. You don't need to memorize compensation. You don't need to know everything before you begin. You simply choose the path that excites you the most, the one where you feel you have the most leverage, and plug into the system that supports that path. Many people think they don't know enough people who need this product. That's never the goal in this business. It's not about who you know. It's about who the people you know. That's why we give you different assets. I want you to think right now about the relationships you already have. Do you have a favorite coffee shop you frequent often? A chiropractor? A hair salon? A massage therapist? A gym you go to? Or that one friend who just seems to know everyone in town? When you show them that they can set up a free affiliate account, place a simple trifold in their space, or send an email to their email list and earn 25% commission on sales, many are excited to partner with you, especially when you are offering products that are mainstream and desired in the marketplace, like a plant-based GLP-1 and Ningxia Red for full body superfood nutrition. When they say yes, you also earn 10% of those sales. That's how leverage works in this business. We help you position yourself in places that already have influence. This system was built for busy parents, professionals, caregivers, retirees, anyone who needs or wants to work in focused, intentional time without overwhelm. You don't need sales experience. You don't need to be outgoing. You don't need to do this alone. You just need to be willing to follow a system that already is working and say yes to learning as you grow. And that's how you build something sustainable without sacrificing and capture all those sunset moments.
Thank you for the grace as I am again trying to figure out the new Zoom world that I live in. All right, I'm going to play the other one now, and we're almost finished.
Hey guys, before we wrap up, I want to just take some time to share a little bit of my personal journey on the way to Royal Crown Diamond. You know, because I still remember to this day, sitting where you're sitting just was so many questions. When I got started, I had 3 little boys. Wyatt was 3, Garrett was 2, and Everett literally was just born. We were broke, we were living paycheck to paycheck, and honestly, we had already sat in the office of the attorney to file bankruptcy. And I remember thinking about Young Living. Could this really be an option? Could this help my family? Is it possible? Can you really make money? I don't know people. How do you find people? I'm not a salesperson. You know, you have to sell stuff, right? And I'm sure you guys, you know, sitting here are thinking some of those same things. Like, where do you find people? I don't know enough. I'm not a salesperson. I get it. I really do. Because a lot of that same stuff was going through my mind as well. I remember hearing this quote, and I'm going to just read this to you guys. Confidence doesn't come from having all the answers. It comes from taking action and seeing that it works. My experience with Young Living was digest. That's what got me started. That's what got me excited. And one of my girlfriends was having some issues, and I'm like, oh, okay. How I got started with Young Living was somebody shared DiGize with me. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to share DiGize with somebody else, right? Well, she had a moving experience. It was such a great moving experience. She couldn't get the oil fast enough. So we got online, we set her up an account, and she got DiGize delivered to her door. And I remember sitting there thinking, could it really be this easy? Maybe this could be something that could save my family from filing bankruptcy. Went home, talked to Scott, and I'm like, Scott, I think I have something. I don't think we have to file bankruptcy. We didn't. And I just started sharing. I just started telling people, hey, do you know anybody that, could benefit from a little extra energy? Do you know anybody that, doesn't have things moving through their digestive tract like they want it to? And people were referring me, tons of people, hey, you've got this, you might want to go talk to Brenda about that. There was problems, I might have had some solutions, and it worked. During that time too, you guys, I was working as a homeopath in my husband's chiropractic office, and there was a girl who was really, really struggling with some issues, and her mom was just like, Brenda, you're our last hope. We've tried everything, nothing's working. And she came in, the things that I was giving her, they weren't working. And I remember going to Scott's chiropractic, the x-ray room, getting down on my hands and knees and going, okay, I don't know what to do for this girl. Help me out here. And all I heard, I just felt this Ningxia Redden oils. I'm like, nope, not doing that one. That's that network marketing thing. Even though I'd been sharing DiGize, I still had this resistance to sharing some of this stuff. And Ningxia Redden oils, fine. I went back into the room, put the Ningxia Red and put the oils on the plate, balanced all our meridians. I was like, that's interesting. Basically, when you can get all those to balance, typically the body starts to heal itself. So I was just really excited. Well, 3 days later, her mom calls me screaming at the top of her lungs. And I'm like, uh-oh, I'm dead. What's going on? And she's like, why didn't you give my daughter that Ningxia Red, that juice, and those oils sooner? She hasn't felt this good in years. You guys, she literally had been everywhere. Ningxia Redden oils. That day, my life was forever changed. I got over the feeling that network marketing was icky, that I was going to be in the NFL and have no friends left. All these horrible, cloudy things that were holding me back from sharing that day went away when she said, why didn't you give us that sooner? In my heart, my purpose is to be a dealer of hope, to share things that I feel may help somebody. If they decide they want to try it, great. If they don't, no big deal. Next. And that was kind of my aha number one for me. Aha number two for me was realizing that I didn't have to be an expert. For some reason, why did I think that getting into network marketing and getting these oils and getting these products, I had to be an expert on all this stuff? We don't give people the fish, we teach them how to fish. So how do you do that in network marketing? How do you do that in this industry? How do you do that in this career? It's a career, you guys, and it's the most incredible career I've ever had in my entire life. The most rewarding, the most painful, all of those things, right? Gives you all the feels. There's going to be struggles with, it doesn't matter, whatever you pick, but it's been a darn good, the most amazing journey I've ever been on. And I got to tell you, aha moment number two was learning that when people came to me and they had maybe a problem and I'm like, do I have a solution? And I'm not prescribing, diagnosing, or treating. I'm just like, problem, solution. Well, this could be a resource for you. Why don't you read about it and see if you think that's a good fit? When I learned to show people, you guys, where to find the resources, that's when my business exploded. Get used to saying, I don't know. Those are my favorite words. Favorite. Yeah. Because then I get to connect with them again. Then I get to have more conversations with them. Then I get to see, what are you excited about? And do you have friends or family that have the same issues and would like to have that same thing, same experience? Because those are the moments where you get your people to share with others. And those are the moments, the little ripple effects where you throw that little pebble in the water and it explodes. And people are changing lives all over. I don't know is an incredible opportunity, you guys. And that's when my business exploded. And in those part-time hours, little by little, by sharing Young Living, you guys, Scott and I were able to slowly start paying off those credit cards that we were ready to file bankruptcy for. Little by little, Scott and I finally had date nights we could pay cash for and not put on a card. Little by little, my kids, I got to take them to Legoland at the Mall of America and actually buy them some toys that they'd been begging for. I didn't have to say no. And for the first time, because I said yes to this opportunity, because I said yes to learning, because I said yes to sharing, because I wanted to serve and not sell, Scott and I could breathe again, finally. We had that little extra income that made all the difference in the world. So I want you to hear this. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to be a salesperson. You just need to be willing to learn and willing to share. Because there is a system. There is a training, and there are tools. You guys, tools that will help you to know what to say and how to grow. And I want to leave you with this. You don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start in order to be great. So if something inside of you is saying, Bren, I want more. I want more. I'm ready to finally take this seriously. Don't overthink it. Don't. This, right now, this is your moment. Because if you're not starting from scratch, you're starting with a community that has so much proof that is willing to help you. So I challenge you, go back to the person, okay, that invited you here tonight and simply just tell them, I'm ready to build. I'm ready. And at the end of the day, I got to tell you guys, this works. If you decide to work it, okay? And if you're willing to learn, stay consistent, and keep showing up, you can absolutely change your life too. It completely changed the trajectory of my life and the life of my family forever, and I am so, so grateful. So the only question I have left for you guys is, are you ready? You got this.
I love Brenda. When she speaks, she's just so soothing to me. All right. So in Young Living, it's actually free to share. We have a free affiliate program. And whether you purchase products or not, it is still a free affiliate program, right? We do encourage that you try the product though. I like authentic sharing. So try Balance and Burn, try Ningxia Red, try them together, try them separate. Just grab some product from the person who brought you to this call. Because honestly, the best way to predict your future is to start building that. And it doesn't matter whether that's your future financially or your future with your health. It's extremely important that you start building it. You make the decision, right? One thing that I missed about my story is what was the result, right? And the result was that I am honoring my mom every time that I can get on a call like this and inspire even one woman to say, yes, I deserve more. I work hard. I do not get paid as much as I work hard. I am driven. I am consistent. I am passionate, and I want to go out and help other people. But I also was able to move my income forward, right? My family and I, we travel the United States full time in our RV. We've been missionaries for 4 years, going out and volunteering and rebuilding churches in natural disaster areas and summer camps and Bible camps for kids. And I was able to start out by simply just getting my product paid for and making sure that my family was using really good products. And then I moved into paying for the groceries. And then I moved into paying the car payment, right? And making sure that my income was covering all of that and that the extra was my husband's income. And that was just my own desire, right? To make sure that I was okay. And again, that's my own thing, right? So you have your own thing. What are your goals and desires financially? What are you doing to actually hit those goals, right? If it is, like we talked about, owning your own dance studio, what are you doing to hit that goal, right? What is the path that you're taking? If you're doing the 9 to 5, Okay, well, how much of that income is coming out of that for that goal? Is it like the top? Is it like barely any to skim off the top and it's going to take you 40 years to maybe get there? Like, think about that. What is it that you need to do to start moving towards your goals to be able to hit them? And what is the opportunity that you might need to take a look at and say, hey, this actually might be for me because I want things to speed up a little faster. Okay, we're going to actually share some testimonies. Kay, I see you first. So do you mind if I call you out first? Okay, great. Kay is going to share.
That's fine. I'm going to talk about Ninja Red, and I'm going to try and go really quickly. It was the like I started with an oil too. Like RC was the oil that I started, and I really tried not to get into the Ninja Red because I was afraid that if I tried it, I would really love it. And it was like, I don't want to spend that much money every month. I wasn't doing the business. I was like, not going to do it. And then I started, and now I'm 10 or 11 years into it, and I will never be without it. If I was on a deserted island, it would be the thing that would have to come with me, and a few other oils, but it would have to be Ninja Red. I have a lot of people that say I try it and I don't see a whole lot of difference. And I tell people that you need to try it and then you need to stop drinking it. And then you'll see all those things that you didn't realize were really helping, because it does give you energy. It doesn't give you Red Bull energy because it shouldn't. It is, I did the reset. I have done several of the resets. I lost good weight when I was on the resets, but I think the thing that stood out to me most was I've been heavy the majority of my life, and chocolate is a part of my life. And when I do the reset, when I'm drinking a lot of Ninja Red and doing all the things, it completely takes away my desire for sugar. Like I just don't crave it anymore, which is crazy. So the sleep is great and the energy is great, but the not craving sugar was just really amazing to me. So also I have two children that have pretty much grown up in an oily family, and when the kids don't want to drink or don't want to eat their veggies, Ninja Red is an amazing choice because it's whole food and not just juice, and so they're getting that nutrients that they need, you know, when they don't really want to, when they shove the vegetables underneath the other, you know, food on the plate and pretend that they, you know, ate some of the veggies. So.
Yeah, I love it. I agree. I feel good when my kids are drinking Ningxia. You're right, because it's filling in the gaps of their nutrition. All right, up next, Gwen, do you want to share?
I think I'm unmuted now. Didn't want to let me.
It's the new Zoom.
Hi, everyone. I am Gwen Heiler, and I started using Young Living in 2018. And one of my must-have products is Ningxia Red. I was hesitant to try it at first because I was afraid that I might not like how it tasted. And now I'm just wondering why it took me so long to give it a try. When I got very intentional about drinking just 2 ounces a day, one of the things I noticed was how much better I was able to handle stress. And then 3 years ago, I started a weight loss journey and I began living the reset lifestyle, drinking lots of Ningxia Red, and I was able to release almost 60 pounds when I combined healthy lifestyle choices, nourishing foods, and Ningxia Red. And then my life got a little bit crazy, had some trauma and a lot of stress, and I got away from those healthy habits and I gained back about 40 of those pounds. And then came Balance and Burn and the 60-day challenge. So I added Balance and Burn as another piece to the puzzle, and the 60-day challenge pushed me to get back to those healthy habits and living that reset lifestyle. In 30 days, I released 7.2 pounds and a little over 2 inches overall. And I was a little bit frustrated because I felt like others were getting much better results. But then it was like something flipped. And by the end of 60 days, I had released 13.2 pounds and 7.625 inches. And when I compared those to my 3-year results from this journey I've been on, wow. And something even more powerful, though, for me was I really noticed a difference in how I thought about food and what I was wanting to eat. And it was much easier to stick to my plan and say no to the sweets and the snacks. And I noticed I was less likely to skip my workouts. And I felt so much better. I did not realize how crappy I felt until I started to make these changes. I can move so much better. I even like to run now. And because of this, because I got results, I want to share it with others that are in that place I was. And I mainly share on social media, and the Power of 5 has made that so much easier for me. I love how easy the simplicity tools make it for me to quickly create content, and I can change it for my warm and cold market posts. They've helped me be confident in the way I talk to people, know what questions to ask, how to craft responses and invites, and not just word vomit all the information at once and overwhelm them. And it gives me a clear path to follow. It challenges me to share more about the business, and I'm slowly seeing growth. I know that I have the tools I need to help a new brand partner get started. And Power of 5 keeps being upgraded to help us serve our potential customers, our brand partners with a system that's easily duplicatable. I am excited to see where my journey goes as I continue with the Ink to Red, the Balance and Burn, and using the Power of 5.
You're awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. All right, Lucinda, you will round us out. Gwen, that was awesome. Thank you so much. And then we'll wrap it up so we get out of here by 9.
Cool. I can't say enough about the Power of 5, and it was when it was first talked about to me, I'm like, you know what? I've tried this, I've tried this, I've tried this. I don't need any more shiny new things. I know I have all the tools, but I need to learn how to use them. And then I was asked to be in Power of 5 by the leaders from our group, and I'm like, it's the best decision that I've made in a long time. Doing the boot camps, oh my gosh, talk about accountability and being dedicated to being on at a certain time every night, because I also work full-time outside of the home, Monday through Thursday, with special needs young adults. I have a 26-year-old one-on-one total special needs daughter who obviously gets a lot of my time. And that's where my ultimate goal from this is I want to make enough money let me rephrase that. I will make enough money with Young Living by the time I retire from the school district to where I have 4 more years to work before I can fully retire and get all the benefits. So we're going to do, work outside at least 4 more years. But the bots, if I could be in love with the bots, I'm in love with the bots. Don't ever take the bot away, man. It's like, like you said, I go to them for this. I've crafted emails, I've crafted text, and I've even asked the bot to come to my spring event next week, but they can't make it, But the responses that I get, it's like, I don't know how you crafted them, but I've talked to other people about the bots too. And it's like you see inside of us. It's like they're so personable and they relate. So I'm sure everybody on the call that's used the bots can relate to that. But it's like you've gone inside hundreds of people and it's so relatable. So thank you so much for the bots. And I'm hoping and praying that I get to see you in Indy, because man, you deserve a hug. So that's all I got to say. Don't ever take the bots away.
Okay, I promise not to. All right, let me fill you in. The Power of 5 is that system that I was sharing. It is the system of how we share Young Living. The bots are, I in the back end have built out AI tools. And the reason that they're so personal is that I do have them trained with either psychology or business development, personal development, marketing development, all of the marketing courses I've ever taken. Some of my top level clients who have paid thousands and thousands of dollars have given me courses to plug in there so that you walk into a system that is right there for you, that does walk you through. It doesn't overwhelm. It's actually apparently giving you a best friend that you want to go hang out with. All right, Carol, you're up next. You're going to share. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hi, my name is Carol Palmer. Balance and Burn has been an amazing addition to supporting my healthy gut and microbiome. Along with impacting my healthy blood sugar metabolism, It has been fantastic with supporting the production of GLP-1, which is a naturally occurring hormone in the gut. I chose to give Balance and Burn a try in January as an addition to my gut flora support. Due to all the amazing plant-powered ingredients, my food intake changes, I have lost weight in inches. This journey is not overnight instant results. It is a journey. Because I felt this information was something I could not keep to myself, I share my journey with others.
You're amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I love your story with Balance and Burn. I am seeing incredible results across the board. And I don't know about you, but again, I love something that does a lot of things. My hair is growing like crazy. I have to get it cut very soon. It's never grown this fast on Balance and Burn. So guys, I really hope that tonight it gave you hope. Right? If you came to this call, you were invited to this call, somebody cares about you, cares about your income and your goals and your future and your health, right? Like if you need help getting the products paid for, that's why you were invited. If you have a dream and a goal and a dance studio you want to build, right? Like fill in dance studio for whatever it is that you want in your life, right? If you want to hit that retirement and be comfortable, this is a layer of income, right? It is I have to work this 9 to 5, but I could do this in the nooks and crannies. I could do this in the part-time hours. I have a system now, right? I showed you a little bit of the system on the video. You heard some people talk about the system. It's like, oh my gosh, it's incredible. It does the work for me, right? That's what we want to give you. Is we don't want to give you overwhelm. We don't want to give you, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Because if we're going to give you an option to come in and say yes and do this business alongside of us, we want to make sure that you have all the tools and resources that you need so that you could do it in the part-time hours that you have while you are transitioning from that 9 to 5 exchange time for money to leverage income that's willable to your family. So thank you so much for getting on this call. Please, as soon as you get off this call, reach out to the person who brought you here and just let them know what your favorite part was. Let them know what touched your heart. Right? To start a conversation. And honestly, I kind of want you to thank them, right? Because they are doing things that sometimes might feel uncomfortable to them, right? It can be uncomfortable to say, hey, I really, really, really want this for you. So I hope that something on this call filled up your cup like the person who invited you wanted it to do. Because that is the goal at the end of the day, is to be the light of the world and to go out and to help other people. Have a blessed night, and we'll see you later.